gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hog's Head. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hog's Head, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Okay, well, let's make it.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be...
Hello there.
Hallo.
Excuse me,
nog niet open.
Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle.
Yeah.
He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
Ja,
you may
eigenlijk
have
is dat wel
shared Mr.
zeker.
Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow, as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As
Okay,
a
ze heeft een
surprise for her
dichtboek.
birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again.
Van zijn vrouw, dat...
Do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them.
Hij is
Harlow
een curse
approached me
breaker?
about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought
Dus
they'd
ze denken
given
dat ze
up
een vent,
until
haar
I came
vent
home one
gestolen
night
heeft.
and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help
Slim
Harlow
is,
wants is
spelen
help that
wel.
I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
Rustig.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well.
Oh, daar
Please
ben ik
don't
al.
put yourself in danger.
Ik ben al in gevaar. Ik hoop je vriend zijn met jou in.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order.
Dat is blijkbaar een
When
noot
I
dat ik helemaal niet
returned, he
krijg.
was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months.
Verloofd.
We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this."
Dus eigenlijk moet
every
hem
so
nu
often.
Harlow heel de tijd dingen
I've been able
schelen.
to cover for his
Moet hem eigenlijk een
requests
beetje
until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer.
geschanteerd.
I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Zie, hier. Even een slokje drinken. Ik denk dat
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this.
ja,
She's
ik
in
denk
trouble.
inderdaad ook dat ze in trouble
Revelio will
is.
show me where she was taken.
Ik vrees dat ze in grote trouble is.
Revelio.
Ah, hier is ook zo eentje. Ik kan haar niet meenemen.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Dat is ook niet zo. Oké, wat is er nog verder?
Swear to Merlin, that statue near
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Icewind House. Wat stond erop?
Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Staat er dan op? Helemaal naar voren trekken. En dan ook helemaal naar voren trekken. Yep. Oké. Steeds dan op. Nee, 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 niet naar achter. Naar voren. A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Gaan we dan invisible. Maken misschien wel.
Revelio.
Moeten we zien.
They're coming here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
I take what I want.
How come I always draw the short straw?
I've raided Brockborough more times than I can.
Maar waarom zit er mij? Ik ben onzichtbaar.
I heard centaurs quieter than you. Finger, you haven't got a prayer. Accio. Bombarda. Tego. Confringo.
I'm not done with you. Death from above.
Bombarda.
If it's that
Dat was niet goed.
You're no match for me. I've never seen such magic. You can't hold out forever.
Wacht even. Ja. En ja. Wacht even. Wacht, madame. Een beetje. Ik moet eerst in achter doen.
Done the best you can do. Flash of inspiration. You will pay for your deeds.
Nee. Laat je hem leven eigenlijk? Hier moet je leven. Denk ik anders.
Novice luck.
Beetje eraan vliegen. Kom maar naar hier dan.
Revelio.
Gonna have spell enough.
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert.
Ah,
He'll
dat
be
is die
thrilled to have this
poëtrie.
back.
Ja. Dat was een boek niet als hebben genomen van die vent. Nou moet je die brief vinden naar die woorden.
Revelio.
Is er nog iets aan alles? Zie je het aan de andere kant? Hierachter kan ik hieronder.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Ah,
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
weggaan.
Hey,
Revelio.
Het zijn allemaal door geheime dingetjes.
Revelio.
Hier heb je een brief.
you come to the wrong place, John.
I've seen better.
Wacht. We moeten daar een...
Leviosa.
You want to play like that, do you? Try good.
Death from above. Cynthia.
I quit now while you're still alive.
Dat is wel belangrijk, want dat is wel een levensbestand.
You bet. What are your thoughts on electricity? Expulsion! Expulsion! Stop that at once! Expulsion! Quite conductive, aren't we? Expulsion!
Nee. Nou, dan hebben we klaar.
Revelio.
Natty must be here somewhere.
Ah, ik ben in. En ene man ook ineens. Dat zag wel, maar ik heb de letter wel niet gevonden.
Revelio. Alohomora.
Oké. Klas open. Ik kom jullie niet bevrijden hoor.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Okay.
Revelio.
Hier is geen brief. Nee. Zit er een brief in uw dingen? Oké, Natty, kameraad.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
We gaan weg.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Ja, maar die hebben eigenlijk wel een hogere...
Revelio.
Hoe moet ik het zeggen? Die hebben een hoger level als wij, dus dat is niet zo handig.
Revelio.
Probeer maar Revelio te blijven. Ja, dat is wel een spijtigheid. Jammer.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Ja, ja. Ik heb de brief niet gevonden. I want to fight the love letter.
Natsia Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the
Ja,
two
maar
of
moet
you,
wel een beetje
I appreciate what you're
sneller
trying to
werken.
do, but you are taking great risk. Next time,
Ja,
please
maar die
let
zijn
the
veel te
authorities
traag.
handle the
Dat
Ashwinders.
is zoals de politie hier en dat er iets gebeurt.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsia, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Oké. Moest ik die nu hebben ontvallen? Ja. Verder met huisje waar dat we voor waren achtergebleven. Voilà. Wat zit er in het huisje? Niet wat maar wordt. Geen Moonstone. Dat is spijtig. Oh, even kijken naar de quiz. Ja, daar voel ik ze nu nog niet heen. Dus we kunnen wel met deze doen. En dan gaan we even kijken wat is in de map. Map.
Sacrifice. I know how it sounds, but if this can help you, it's worth the risk.
Does Ominous know about this?
Echt niet, nee.
He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Veldcroft.
What? Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
Oké, Anne gaat
I
meedoen
shall
voor...
do my best. I'll be in touch.
Niet goed, maar goed.
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her?
Iets goed gedaan.
Sebastian.
I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft.
Ja.
Anne's going to stall him. She must. We need time.
Time? For what?
I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with
Ik denk toch
everything
dat
in
dat
the
niet goed
library
is
on
om
relics
in
and dark
de
sacrifices.
magie te gebruiken.
That's when I
voor dat.
realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb.
So we have to get Anne to the catacomb and then conduct a sacrifice. Seems risky.
It'll be worth the risk. Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous. And we'll only give this a chance if he's on board.
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he goes to the headmaster, we could be expelled.
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an Auror anymore. What he doesn't know, well, won't hurt us.
Good luck with Ominous, until we meet again.
I shall let you know when the four of us should meet at the catacomb. Look for my owl.
Ja.
See you soon.
Ja, ik ben er niet mee akkoord, maar ja, wat kan ik doen? Ik wil alle questjes doen. Ik wil alles kennen. Maar in ieder geval naar Natty, wat Natty nog allemaal te zeggen heeft. Waar ga je heen?
Revelio.
Hier is een
Hello,
kamer.
Mora.
Ah, hier is de Moonstone. Dat wil goed zijn. En van een kist. En hier van een kist. Very well. Dan kan ik het wel weg laten worden.
Ah, I have been meaning to speak with you.
Ja, ik heb hier op de grond geslapen.
I still
Kan
can't
allemaal.
believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
Ja, natuurlijk had ik gedacht.
I don't blame her for being concerned. We have been involved in some dangerous activities.
As the Ashwinders were locking me up and threatening my life, it did occur to me that my mother may have been right.
Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Machiavelli, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could
Waarschijnlijk
become the
hetzelfde.
most
Oh,
majestic
giraffe.
giraffe. And he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault?
Ja, nee hè. En die bandieten zijn
He
gekomen.
died protecting me.
Ja, maar...
If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
I'm
Maar je
sorry,
mocht er eigenlijk niet
Natty. Can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
Hij heeft
He
die
was.
keuze gemaakt.
Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about
Is er
that.
ineens zo'n
Yes, I
roeders?
remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Kijk, die zijn allemaal aan het
Exactly.
eten nu.
Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed.
Ja, het is allemaal wel...
Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you
Kijk,
have
die moeten dat allemaal opeten, niet niet. Mag ik ernaast? Ja, ik mag eraf. Hier zijn wel zo van die... Maar hier is hè. binnen.
Confringo!
Kan ik dat hier... Kom niet even mee, dobbelsteen.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
Oké. Hij komt mee. Nee, daar. Ik kan waarschijnlijk op u kunnen staan. Om daar wel omhoog te geraken. Waar is de volgende? Ja. Ja, laat hem maar af. Hier? Oh nee. Dat toch zoeken, hè? Auw. Ja, laat het maar als je toch niet tevoorschijn moet komen. Is er een plek waar ik wel omhoog kan klimmen? Ook niet echt, hè? Dan gaan we terug de medenschil pakken. Daar rijdt toch iets beter dan... Even kijken. Oh, nee, ik zie er niks. Hier.
That wasn't so difficult.
Nou, we hebben er vaak naar gezocht. Dit was de video alweer.
Bedankt om te kijken.
Vond je de video leuk?
Vergeet dan zeker niet
Te liken,
te subscriben.
en te reageren.
Tot de volgende keer.